Hi everyone. Well, today I'm going to start by making the fabric for a new needle book. I did a flip through of the needle books that I've made recently, and that's on another video if you want to have a look at that. But I'm going to make some fabric similar to this in the crazy quilting style. So let's get to it. So first of all, I found a piece of plain fabric. I'm going to continue making a crazy quilting fabric in quite a large piece so that I can cut it down to the size I need. And I've been making some bunting recently, and I've got all these scraps left over. So I'm going to use those bits because you only need little scraps. So I don't usually plan. What I'll do is I'll get the machine out and place one piece on, and then add, by sewing down this line, another piece, then add a piece there, sew down there, and so it grows. So I'm going to stick to sort of green, beige, gold colours. And I've got another one that I've done recently for a wedding journal, and it's rather big journal actually. It's Crazy Quilting. There, I'm going to get the machine out and just start to grow my fabric. I start off not on the edge of the fabric, but sort of halfway down, and then I pick my first piece. This one's probably a bit too long, so I'm just going to cut that. Doesn't matter where or what shape. And then I'll pick my second piece. Shall I have something like that? And you can cut them before or after. So down there, I've got white cotton in the bobbin and in the needle. So I'm just going to sew down there. Just along the edge. And then, as you see, that's joined there. Then the next piece, what shall we have? This. Turn the fabric round, and I'll just sew this along here. So then that flips over, and we're starting to get a pattern. So I'm probably going to put another piece along here, and I'll carry on, sew some more fabric down here, some more up here, and then when I've done a bit more, I'll come back and we can have a look at it and see the next step, which is top stitching. Okay, I'm just showing you, this is a very small piece of fabric, very awkward. It's got bits on the edge, so I'm just slightly putting it over the edge so that we don't have that frayed bit, and coming in a little bit, just showing you how you can use just tiny little bits of fabric. I'll come down there. And I could just carry on across there. And as you can see, that's going to make a nice colour piece there. And then we'll add another section here. It's a bit like a jigsaw. Well, maybe not like a jigsaw because the pieces don't always fit. But if I put a piece of fabric, just show you, over here and sew that down, that'll cover up that edge and you'll have a nice little triangle of this lovely lime green. When you cut up the whole section, it looks rather beautiful with all the different colours and shapes. So I'll come back when I've filled it a little bit and then we'll go over the top stitching. It's quite nice having different textures as well because the feel of the fabric will be lovely. One extra little point is you don't have to always cut away the extra. You can just leave it there, but I do like to cut a little bit so that it doesn't become too bulky, and if you do that when you've added each piece, and then this bit here, it just makes it easier to work with. Okay, so we'll carry on now. Hi everyone. Okay, well, I'm back. I've sewn this mammoth piece of fabric together, and sometimes when you're sewing these little bits together you think, oh gosh, it's never going to come together, and you have to cut bits away and stitch others in another way that you hadn't planned. But I think overall it's come out very nice. So I've got quite a large piece, and as you can see I've gone over some of the top stitching with the embroidery stitch on the machine. So I've got a little cross stitch there. I haven't done it down all of the seams, but quite a few of them. So now I've got a nice piece of fabric that I can cut out and either make a journal cover. I'm going to make some little purses. I've got a pattern for that, which is here. So I'm going to make little ring purses. I'm going to cut those out and decide which way to cut. I'm going to cut 2 of those out, and then I've already cut, I'll just move that away so you can see it. I've already cut a little piece away to make a needle book. So again you can see the top stitching there, and I've started making a pocket. I think it's going to go that way and then close that way, but I'm still working on that. Now this piece here, I made another piece of fabric with the crazy quilting, but I used a darker stitch for the embroidery and I wasn't entirely happy with it. But hey ho, you never throw anything away, and I've utilised it for the pocket on that. And then I've made this is going to be the inside of the needle book, and I've made a little strip there to go under a needle pin holder. So this is all work in progress at the moment, but I'll film that again, and that'll go in there like that. So I've got several jobs on the go. I'm going to cut these out when I've decided which way I want them, and then I shall be left with quite a large piece of fabric to make a journal cover, or indeed some more needle books, which I'm enjoying making at the moment. So when I've cut these out, and at the next stage I'll come back and show you how far I've got. It's going to take me a little while to decide which way I want the fabric to look, so rather than bore you with that, I'll come back when I've cut them out. Okay.